So guys, I'm back.
Wasn't nothing like that. Man, it wasn't nothing like that.
So guys, yes, episode 3, we're back and we're ready to go. So this week, guys, I went to Aston Villa football ground and I had so much fun. I was invited by Aston University. They have an executive box, so we got to sit in there, 5-course meal, enjoy the football match, enjoy some good company and network with some amazing people in Birmingham. Now, while I was sat in that room, guys, I had this overwhelming feeling. I looked around and I looked at all these people and everything they do. I don't deserve to be here. What is going on? Why did they invite me? I kind of just went into like this little bubble for like a couple of seconds, or a couple of minutes rather. I just had this overwhelming feeling of, I don't deserve to be here. Little old me sitting at this table. What is going on? And for a few moments, I just didn't know what to do with myself, and I was just questioning myself. I was having a lot of self-doubt and I was really overwhelmed. And after a couple of minutes, I kind of snapped out of it and I said to myself, Belinda, you have worked hard to be in these places. You have worked hard to sit at these tables. You have worked hard to be who you are currently right now. And there is no one out there that deserves to be in these places more than you do. After I spoke to myself like that, I said yes, I deserve to be in this space. Yes, I deserve to be at these tables. I have worked hard over the past 10 years to be who I am today. It really made me think that this is something that we all deal with, and that is imposter syndrome. As we all try to grow our businesses and grow our brands and become the person we want to be and the person we deserve to be, we sometimes have this feeling of imposter syndrome, self-doubt, not feeling deserving of things. And I really wanted to kind of just share with you guys some experiences, some tips, some motivation to help you guys when it comes to imposter syndrome. So when it comes to imposter syndrome, for many of us, it's based on the fear of judgment. So when we're sitting at these tables, or we're being invited to these spaces, or we're given these opportunities, we can have this fear of, we don't deserve to be in this place. Somebody else has worked harder than I have. What about if they don't think I'm actually good enough? We have this fear of judgment of others and ourselves. So when we sit in these places and these spaces and we speak with people and, we have this fear of we're not good enough. We have this fear of failure. We have this fear of judgment. And, sometimes things in our life can also trigger imposter syndrome. So when we are in new jobs, when we have new experiences, when we're pushed outside our comfort zone. So first thing I want to say to you guys about imposter syndrome and about you is that you 100% deserve all the opportunities that come your way. You deserve to be in every single room that you want to be in. You have worked so hard to get from here to where you currently are right now. And you're continuously every single day building who you are. So don't doubt yourself. You are amazing. Okay, there might be someone out there that you're comparing yourself to that maybe has been doing this for longer. But you are you. You have your own experiences. You have your own knowledge, your own personality. And that's what makes you deserve to be in these rooms. So don't doubt who you are. So when it comes to imposter syndrome, the most important thing in that moment is how we talk to ourselves. How do you talk to yourself in these situations? When I was sitting in that room on Tuesday, feeling like I didn't deserve to be there, the first thing I had to do was everything I was saying negative was turn it into positive. And sometimes, even if we don't believe that positive in that moment, we still have to say it to ourselves. Because the more that we think negative, the more that we put ourselves into a rut, and it's harder to get ourselves out of it. So how you talk to yourself in that moment is very, very important. Tell yourself that you deserve to be in these spaces. Tell yourself that you are amazing. Tell yourself that there is no one out here that I can do it better than I can. Tell yourself that you deserve these things. The next one is overcoming perfectionism. Now, I know for me, perfectionism has stopped me from doing so much. I have wanted to start a YouTube for so long, but perfectionism got the best of me. I thought, if it's not like this, if I don't have a free camera set up, if I'm not in like, the most modernist setting with an apartment backdrop, I wouldn't be able to do it. And I put it off for so long. And people have been telling me for so many years. Since I was in uni, people have been telling me, lecturers, business people have been telling me, start a YouTube. And I thought, nah, I can't start a YouTube. Have you not seen all these YouTubers? But by me sitting here and recording this and speaking, if only one person gets to hear this message and resonates and takes away from it, I've done my job. My perfectionism can become very selfish. My perfectionism can stop me from doing certain things. My perfectionism is based on the fear of others. And that's what perfectionism is. It's based on people looking at your work and saying, she could have done that better, or maybe she done that, or why is she doing that for? It's the little voices we have in our head that are based on the judgment of others. Because we can look at our work and think, oh, actually, that's all right. But then we think about what other people will say, and that stops us from doing certain things and for putting certain things out there and online. So whatever you have sitting in the archives that you don't want to put out there because you're a perfectionist, put it out there. No one is actually going to care or judge, because no one knows what it should have looked like or what it should have sounded like. Only you do. So don't let the fear of what other people will say stop you from allowing the world to actually see who you are. The next one is a reminder to you that every time you walk into a room, walk with confidence. Understand that you are that person. When you're going to a networking event, or you're meeting a new group of people, or you're sitting at a table, you deserve to be there. Talk like you own the place. Talk like you know what you're talking about, even if you don't. Always put your best self forward, because you don't know who's in that room watching you and thinking, wow, ooh, she works in mental health. She's done this, she's done that. I'm loving that. Maybe she can come and speak at our company, or maybe she can do this, or, people are always watching you. And I know that might sound scary, but it's also very helpful. Walk into every room like you are that person. Speak to everyone with a level of confidence in who you are. Sometimes when we're speaking to people and people are like, oh my gosh, you do so much, or, you're such a great speaker, or you're so good at creating content, and we can just be like, oh yeah, I'm all right, like, I create content sometimes, but I'm actually really not that good at editing, and you say so much, but people actually don't need to hear all of that. You just need to be able to say, thank you. That is all you need to say. Own who you are. Believe in who you are. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, believing in who you are. But it happens by how you speak to yourself. It happens with allowing yourself to take new opportunities, be in new rooms, push yourself outside your comfort zone, and really just reflect on how far you've come. Don't listen to other people. when we listen to other people and their opinions and what they have to say, if it's not actually going to be helpful, I don't want to hear it. You have to recognize who you are. I'm a planner. I like to sit down and plan everything when it comes to my life. Now, I know everything doesn't go according to plan, and I'm okay with that. Because when you've looked and reflected on who you were, or the things that you've achieved to where you are now, and look at, okay, what are the things that I need to do next in order to achieve more, or to be in the spaces and the places I want to be, that process and that step by step and that goal setting will give you the reassurance that you can achieve. So sometimes it's just by putting together a plan. When you feel that there's something you want to work on, there's something you want to get better at, in order to help you to achieve the things you want to achieve, be the person you want to be, so that you can feel deserving to be in these rooms and do these things. Work on it. Do these things. The number one person who's actually stopping us from being the person we want to be and doing the things we want to do is normally us. It's normally the things that we say. You have to have the confidence in yourself to know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Anything that you want to achieve, you can 100% achieve. But these barriers that we put up ourselves, or that people have put up before us, sometimes the things that we've done, or things that we've experienced in our childhood, or that we've gone through in our life. Maybe you lived in a household where you were told you were never good enough, or maybe you have always been in jobs where you've never been promoted, or you feel like you've been kind of like used, or you've just never really felt like anyone has really appreciated your worth. These are things that sometimes we have to unlearn, not based on things that we've done ourselves, but based on things that other people have done to us. So unlearning these mental habits, these things that we've experienced in our life, and these things that we've gone through, is very important. When you're in these rooms with people, with new people, with people who are doing well in their industry, remember, they don't know who you are. They are only going to know you based off how you interact with them. So if you walk in a room confident, knowing who you are, people will respect you for that. So this is just a reminder to you to work on yourself each and every day, to recognize that you deserve to be in these places, that you've worked hard to have these opportunities, to do these things, to put on these events, to meet these people, to hold space and create a community for others. You deserve it 110%. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let the little voice in your head tell you otherwise, because you 100% deserve everything. Because the number one person who is going to get in your way of achieving the things that you want to achieve is you. I hope you gain either a kick in the backside, a bit of motivation, or you've gained something that you can take away from this podcast/YouTube video. So guys, again, have a great week, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye.